Good morning, everybody. So here we are in the scheduled session because as Idea to MVP was launched as a community by Nurture Cave, one of the objective of the many other objectives of the community was to build awareness for their incubation program, which they have initiated from last year. And hence, I, as the Nurture Cave community builder, primary mentor, and also myself as a journey. Ashfaq, could you please mute your?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do.
yeah. So, and myself being in the industry for 30 years, working with young early stage entrepreneurs, taking them to being an established, matured businesses today, I would like to take this opportunity to, explain to you what Nurture Cave and the incubation program is. So, to get started with, first, let me just tell you the background and the thought process of the initiative. But before that, let me just quickly speak about someone whose brainchild this Nurture Cave is. Abdul Hafiz is one of our, where, he's in the community as well, a very seasoned business leader who has also been in various communities and established industrial based communities, matured business communities as MIA, led it in a very aggressive manner. He himself comes with years of experience in large brands, basically worked in association with Titan watches for a very long time, right? Even today, they hold as one of the largest vendors or manufacturing sectors for Titans. But apart from that, he's someone who has put in his effort, his passion, his drive into multiple sectors. He has a training program under Skill Cave. He also has heads in real estate investment portfolio in Arrel Ventures. He also is investor slash support system for a mental health company called Hear and Heal, and he has played a key role in building Nurture Cave, initiating as a dream to help and enable very early stage startups. You can absolutely connect with him on the community. He is also there, and you'll also meet him in most almost every events that we have. From him, when I came in touch with him, and we knew each other for years, but we kind of officially started working together a couple of years back. And then when last year, when Hafiz Bhai said that he wanted to start something for very early stage entrepreneurs, to tell you truthfully, for me, it was my always a dream, right? Like from the last 20 years, I've been in the ecosystem. I've been working with community driven initiatives. I've built communities. I've worked with thousands of startups, early stage, very early stage, like where you're in the idea stage, right? And yes, some great success stories, some, not so stories, but I've been there. And along with me came a complete ecosystem. So for me, taking up Nurture Cave as a primary mentor was a dream come true. So hence we associated, and that's where the Nurture Cave, as a very early stage incubation program, was initiated in an early last year, 2023, right around somewhere around the same time. Um, what is very early? Let me, before going into the incubation program, let us just define the stage, right? Because again, as an ecosystem, if you see, the stage is absolutely confused and misused by so many, right? You've also seen large companies behave like startups, right? But then startups, matured startups, talk like they are early stage startups or just launch startups, so it's all confusing. In fact, these terminologies are used by marketing entities to enable their target groups. So let's not go into those jargons, and let's look at actually truthfully what stage the Nurture Cave incubation program focuses on. And with our research, with my experience, with my knowledge, I can tell you that in the ecosystem, in the Indian ecosystem, there are not many who work in this stage. Even if you go to any incubation program, they at least expect you to have clarity on your business idea. I mean, the problem statement, the solution that you're offering, have a strong team in hand, at least two, three founders. Be clear who your end customers are, and also be open to understanding what kind of platform technology you're using. That is the base minimum any incubator in the ecosystem is working at. And I'm saying this with my own 20 years of experience, right? If you really Google, you will see that I've been out there and I've played one of the biggest part in building the ecosystem of startups in India. I've literally done what a government has to be doing at 2011, 2012. So I know when I say that incubators do not come at a very early stage. They come at an early stage. Early stage is just now what I explained to you. A very early stage is when the idea is on the paper, not even in a in a structured process driven process. It is at a stage where you are at multiple thought processes. You have multiple problems you have in mind. You think there are multiple problems that can be solved. You're looking at various other options of how to solve it. You're exploring your technologies. You're exploring who are the other players in that. Basically, you're putting enough time to focus on that, if to even explore if it's an idea. Second, as a team, you might be solopreneur, you might be a single individual, you might be looking for co-founders, or you might have a set of connections of people who are looking to work with you in the future. They are putting in their time and effort. So basically, your team is unclear, but you are clear that you want to do it. Then the third is in regards to your what do you say the solution statement, right? You know that you can solve the problem. There are multiple ways you can solve the problem, but you are still exploring how a scalable solution would be needed. These are the stages that we look at as to incubating. Is it easy? Absolutely not. I think one of the incubatee from Cohort 1 will tell you this, that we, the incubation program, and they, the incubatees, are finding our hard ground even today. And maybe the Cohort 1, which was supposed to be a 1 year program, might even go to 2 years program. We never know, because we are struggling to find a way, but we will do it. The objective is there. And I know as we launch this cohort too, we are much more stronger, much more clearer, much more focused on going forward with it, because we've learned from our lessons. Now, what do we require from our applications? We require our founders to be having these three prerequisites done. One, absolutely committed to the initiative. When I say committed, this time the round two, our interviews, our selections could be even more strict like the first one. We want to see that you have put in at least a minimum of 6 months, even if you're working in another company, even if you have a parallel business for your sustainability. We want to see that you've put in at least a weekly of 20, 30 hours for your initiative, and what those 20, 30 hours have reaped from you. So when we send you the application form, when we ask you that how long you've been working on this business or this idea, and what is it that you've achieved, please mention in detail the things that you have done since the beginning to now, because that will help us analyze how productively committed you are on the idea that you are working on. We are going to be very strict this time, because we've learned from our past lessons that people say they are committed, but commitment versus actions and commitment versus words are two different things. So, commitment and actions of what you've done, that's the first thing. Second thing, even if you're a solopreneur or with a team, we need you to be very clear that you are the right one to doing that solution. Like a quick example, before we started this initiative, one of the attendees who joined in, we were having a conversation, and he was doing something in a very niche sector, very latest technology sector. If he's applying for the incubation program, I would like to see if his experience, his background, how much of his journey so far makes him strong candidate to be working on that idea. Not just because, oh, I know the topic, or because I know I have a problem in my life with that topic, or I've seen my friends suffer through something. That's, you're going to get married to your business for the next 10 years. And we want applicants who are committed to their cause. And that commitment will be seen through how much they know from what they're coming. I can tell you with my own example, I started as a managing director in R&D firm. 10 years that company was from multinational sectors across 20, almost 20 patent applications and 5 patents accepted and registered, right? Excellent progress. But the moment the R&D head passed away and I couldn't find an R&D head, I had to pivot. Not pivot, I had to shut the company down and start something that I am good at, because I'm not engineering. I know nothing about engineering. So I took up consultancy in commercializing products, innovative products, right? That was my skill set. So hence it is important, if we are selecting entrepreneurs who are working at a very early stage, that they come from a background which they will be able to deliver what they're choosing. So that's a second prerequisite which we will be very particular about. We don't mind if Cohort 2 takes another 6 months to get launched, but this time we want to take people who really mean what they are doing, are from the knowledge base of what they're doing, and the third most important thing is are aware that they are not going to get funding at this very early stage. This incubation program is not a source of funding for them. It is a source of taking their ideas into markets as an MVP. It's an idea to MVP. And during idea to MVP, you are not getting any funding. Let's be very candid and clear here. Funding comes only when you are in market with paying customers, where you have a growth plan. This is pre-pandemic age, people. Sorry, this is a post-pandemic age. Pre-pandemic age, we had investors where you sit and say, I have 10,000 likes and followers, I have this brilliant idea, and I can make this happen, and you would get some seed investors onboarded. I've been there. But we are not in that. We are in a post-pandemic stage where investors are equally very committed to investing in entrepreneurs who know and have done their MVP and have tried it and can believe can grow. There is money in the market only for growing ideas, not for creating ideas. So I'm being very clear here. When you apply for your incubation, when we share the link after this video, please keep in mind, our job will be to take you from an idea stage to an MVP in a bootstrapped way. And as you graduate from us, we would be giving you an opportunity to pitch to investors from our network, where you will be in a place to get funded. Please do not come into this program for funding. This is not that program. This is a program to take your idea into an actual startup stage. So these are the three things. So three things is, one, that you have to be working on your idea or your startup initiative for at least 6 months with a committed time and a healthy progress. Two, you could be a single entrepreneur or a group, but you should come with an experience in the sector that you are working in. And three, you should be clear in your mindset that this bootstrapped approach of idea to MVP is what the program is, and you will get to pitch to investors when you're graduating from the program. And getting the funding will all go upon how well you work with us and how well you prepare yourself for your funding. So these three things is the only thing. Now coming to the commercials of the incubation program. Again, very standalone incubation program. There are no hidden charges. We do not get you on board and then say, okay, this mentor, you will have to pay 1,000 rupees for an hour or 2,000 rupees for an hour. This expenses, like even registering a company for the first cohort, the program is investing on that. We are not making our incubatees pay for it. But going forward, because the applications would be many, we will reconsider that. But at this point, cohort 2, we are open to do the incorporation if you've not done from our cost. So there is no costs attached here. The mentors are completely complimentary. It comes in the program. I will tell you the benefits that the incubation program has, but there are no hidden charges. It's a virtual, all virtual incubation program. But if you are based out of Bangalore, you will get once a month the community idea to MVP events which come up where you will be a part of as our incubatee, and you'll also get a chance to present to the crowd which is there. So that in-person visibility is what you will get. Now, coming to the benefits of the program. One, you will get mentor hours. One, from the primary mentor, that's me. Please Google about me, Salma Musa. She's MOOSA, not MUSA, MOOSA, or just go to salmamusa.com. Right now in the industry, there are entrepreneurs who are wanting to take my time as a mentor. And I'm requesting them to give me, block my calendar a couple of weeks down the line. The reason I'm telling this is not to blow my own trumpet, but it's just purely to say that the kind of mentors we bring are not mentors who are just lying around there or just there available to just talk something to you. Mentors who have done thousands and thousands of hours of mentoring, have worked with brands which are way, way bigger today than any imagination. Like I myself have worked with 2 unicorns, and my target is to make sure that I build a 3 more unicorns in my journey, right? So things like this, we will have mentor hours for you. Every month with a primary mentor, you will have 2 hours with fixed calendar blocked. With other mentors, there's technical mentor, the software and hardware, there's HR or human team productivity mentor, there is marketing and what do you say, sales mentoring, there's all 33 compliance mentoring, everything 36 degrees. But those other mentorings are only on requirement or as per need. But the mentoring, business mentoring, is fixed for 2 hours per month. Then comes the second thing is we also give you connections. But the connections is we can't open the box of Pandora box of connections of all of us who are there and say, okay, here's 1 lakh connections, take, pick and choose what you want, right? When we say we give you connections, it is based on the connections that you need, that you come asking for. The clarity that you have, we will help you get the clarity in mentoring. But if you need connections, we'll bring you connections. We give you opportunity in communities and in various networks that we are a part of. We graduate you with a pitch day to investors. Fourth and fifth, we also help you understand what sits beyond your idea to MVP. At this stage, this is what the incubation offers, and this is what we're looking at. I will open this application form along with this recorded video to the group right now. We are not promoting it outside. The first is for the community of Nurture Cape. We will give it a month's time. By December 2nd week, we'll open the application for everyone outside the community. But for now, right now, it's exclusively for the next 2 to 3 weeks, only for the idea to MVP community. Because cohort 2, again, we do not want to take more than 7 to 10 startups, nothing more than that. Because the cohort 1, we started with 10, then 7 were short, we really stuck to 7, 3 kind of fizzled out. Then from 3, 4 fizzled out with just the initial clarity conversation on the idea. Now from the 4, we've just to 3, because these 3 are people who are committed, who have faced the storm as it came, faced the hassles, faced the challenges, and are overcoming it with us. So again, the cohort 2, we want to open only for 10 applications. We have 100 members in Idea to MVP, and we have 76 applications. All of you have said that you're looking for free incubation program. Please apply when the link is shared. So with that, I would like to stop the conversation. Harsh, you've been here. Ashfaq, I know you are already a mentee, but if there's any questions, please do ask, or otherwise I could stop the recording.
No questions, Maya.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you,
questions
Ashfaq.
from me as well.
Thank you.
clear. Yeah.
So with that, we'll end to it. Harsh and thing for all the others who will watch this later on. We'll put this video, and along with this, we will also make sure that we'll share the application form earliest by tomorrow morning, and you can take
Okay.
it forward. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Yeah.
Have a lovely
Looking
day.
forward to it. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.